Yud is get you. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about something that did happen in NBA 2K24 My Team yesterday that basically made it possible for people to have millions and millions of MT in literally every card in the game, as well as talking about 2K's response to it, whether it's a good response, whether it's a bad response, and just in general whether I like it or I think it should have just been reworked in a way. So what am I talking about? Well, here's basically what happened. 2K put in the game Kuzma and Gobert for 1000 MT, as far as I know. That's what happened. Now, with that being said, obviously, I wasn't on the game at this specific time, so I didn't even get the chance, obviously, to buy them. But, I mean, we've seen it over and over again in 2K's history. If you somehow take advantage of an exploit, 2K is always going to figure it out and always going to have a response to it. Now, again, we'll talk about the response, but basically you could get Kuz and Gobert for free. Now, again, what people did is they you know, I don't even know exactly how it worked, but basically they were able to sell things and get millions and millions of MT, or some people got all the cards in the entire game because some people thought 2K would wipe their MT. So then what did they proceed to do? Well, they proceeded to go buy every card in the game so that when 2K went to clear their MT, they're like, well, that's fine, but I still have every card in the game, and obviously if you didn't lock them in, you would still be able to sell them. So I mean, there was so many different things that you could do with it. But yes, there was basically a glitch in the game yesterday. DVG made a video about it if you want to watch that. That basically made that so people could get as much MT as possible. It still lasted, I think, for like 30 minutes. But by the time I got on the game, again, yesterday I had a lot going on. By the time I got on the game, it was no longer a thing. Now, what was 2K's response to this? Well, they wiped MT. So they didn't ban people for doing it. They wiped people's MT, which has kind of two sides to the coin, right? Some people, before they did the glitch, had, let's say, like a million MT. After the glitch, they got 75,000 MT back. So, I mean, they lost basically 900,000 MT. But 2K's like, you know what? You did the glitch. This is what you get. I don't think that's fair. To me, that doesn't seem like it's something I'm taking advantage of if it's in the game and something that everybody can see. It's not like I'm doing anything to abuse the game. If it's in the game, I feel like it's something that I personally can take advantage of. So that's kind of the one side of things, right? The other side of it is 2K doesn't want people walking around with millions and millions of MTs. There's just no real right way to go about things. In general, guys, I have a hard time. I have a hard time with this because if 2K does nothing, then the people that didn't take advantage of it feel slighted. If 2K does something, then there can be some drawbacks in response to that as well, especially if you have millions and millions of MT. So, I mean, there really was no right way to do this. That's what 2K decided to do, basically wipe MT. Then they put 75,000 MT back on some accounts, as well as they did give us a locker code. Now, what is this locker code? This is the response that 2K did put out to the community in a tweet. It reads Diamond for all. That's a locker code for either Rudy Gobert or Kyle Kuzma. Again, I don't think either of those cards are top cards in the game. I think they're obviously both okay and solid enough. I mean, I know who I'm going to choose on both accounts, but again, I don't think any of those cards are like game-breaking good. But it also says there's an issue with today's Season Rewind release where the collection rewards Diamond Gobert and Diamond Kyle Kuzma were temporarily available for purchase in the player market for 1000 MT, okay? As a result, we are reversing any duplicate transactions of those cards. So, any duplicate transactions, so any, you know, I guess you could buy them more than once. That's where people really stacked up on the MT. You know, that's where they're reversing. Additionally, all MyTeam players can redeem this light code for an unsellable diamond option pack with either diamond Rudy Gobert, diamond Kyle Kuzma card. Light code does expire on December 8th. It doesn't say the time, so make sure you get it by tomorrow. But here's the deal, okay? This is the big question, right? Is this the right response? I don't know. To me, there's really no right or wrong response because they can't just let everybody that kind of cheesed and got a bunch of MT just exploit it. But on the flip side of things, guys, they have to have some sort of accountability, but it can't, it can't be harmful to those people in those accounts. I don't know. There's really no response to it that I think would have been good. It is what it is. I just hope for all of you guys out there that had a ton of MT that you just didn't lose it all for a problem that really was 2K's fault. So here's the option pack. When you open it up, you can choose either Rudy Gobert or Kyle Kuzma. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think either of these cards are top 10 cards at their respective positions. I don't think. Obviously, if you want a more versatile option, Kyle Kuzma, a good center, Rudy Gobert. The more I think about it, I was gonna get Gobert on this account, Kuzma on the other account. Now, as I'm continuing to think about it, I'm debating. Because at the small forward position, it's like, I don't think Kuz is that great. And maybe Gobert could be more useful for the Nobody Spit Squad series. Again, I'm going to do gameplays of both of these accounts, or both these cards. I don't think there's a right or wrong option. I think Kuz is good. The problem with him is he has that basic dribble style that really hurts the card. Gobert, he's 7'1", wish he had better speed. But again, he's going to be that prototypical interior big. I guess on this account, I'm just going to choose Kyle Kuzma so I can have Gobert for the future of the Nobody Spent Squad series. But again, I just do not think there's a right or wrong option when it comes down to it. But it is something I would make sure you guys do a type in. Get it on your account, add it to your collection, because it is a free diamond at the end of the day. Whether you look at it as collector level, whether you actually are going to use the card, that's totally up to you. But it is a free diamond to add to your squad. If 2K did take away too much MT from those cards or completely wipe their accounts, that's not necessarily right. Again, that's my opinion. Do I think they deserve to have millions and millions of MT from this glitch as well? No. So I think there needs to be a fine balance, a well balance between them. But that's just kind of my opinion on it. So if you want a gameplay of Kuz, it's obviously coming. If you want a gameplay of Gobert, that is coming as well later today. I'm happy they gave us a locker code because I don't see any negatives with that locker code. I think the locker code was a very good thing. That just allowed everybody to get a free diamond. There should have been a free diamond locker code for those two cards anyways. I mean, those two cards were not good. And I feel like that should have been in the game anyways. But again, that is just kind of my opinion on things. You guys can let me know your thoughts and opinions on the whole fiasco, as well as the locker code down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.